Warning: this program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
I am a man at war, and I am fighting for all of the broken people, all of the people thrown overboard. They always try to shame us, but they don't speak the language. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. They say that I'm reckless, because I'm relentless. They spit on my face and crush on my name.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official go-away episode of Extreme CAW Wrestling D-League. Before you know, I know, we all know, we are officially on the road to bad company. But as I always say, ladies and gentlemen, Mick Michaels here live with you on another stacked episode of ECW D-League. This is D-League episode 12. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, in the YouTube chat, in the world, wherever you are, welcome to another installment of Extreme CAW Wrestling D-League. We have such an incredible night here, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, we announced that gigantic main event that we have with Eamon versus Silas Moore. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen, the general manager coming down to the ring. What I was just going to say is Richie Richardson, general manager of ECW D-League, stated that he had some huge announcements to make, and it looks like he is not wasting any time and is coming down to the ring right here, right now to kick off this show and tell us what the hell he has planned for ECW D-League. I got to admit, since Richie Richardson has taken control of D-League, although it's only been a couple episodes, there has been a gigantic impact here on D-League roster, and I think truly the whole roster is going to benefit of it. You can just tell this guy is passionate. He loves everything to do with his business, everything to do with D-League, and he just wants to pursue it and push it further. But I'll shut up. He has the microphone. Let's see what GM has to say. That's right, the semifinals of our D-League Women's Championship Tournament here tonight. Two matches at Bad Company for D-League. That is true. So the two winners of our semifinals here tonight will be heading to Bad Company to compete for the first ever D-League Women's Championship. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Eamon been added to the D-League Championship match at Bad Company, making it a triple threat match. And has officially signed a contract. Wow. Oh, look at that. Bad Company pre-show brought to you exclusively by D-League. That's huge. 3 matches. Oh, wow. The Wonder Boy, Blake Taylor, taking on Aurelius. That is going to be a hell of a match. A number one contendership fatal four-way. Wow, this is huge. Wow, look at those four superstars, ladies and gentlemen. A fatal four-way for the number one contendership. Big John Donovan, RJ Drake, Silvio Salvatore, and the Thunder. What a match that's going to be to kick off Bad Company. Oh my God! D-League Tag Team Championships! Listen to the crowd, they're going nuts! Ladies and gentlemen, D-League just keeps growing. Now Tag Team Champions? Richie Richardson pulling out the big boy moves on behalf of D-League. That is gigantic, ladies and gentlemen. And this will be an hour-long pre-show prior to Bad Company. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. That brings, that's a total of 5 matches at Bad Company for D-League. Ladies and gentlemen, that is some huge news announced by Richie Richardson. I'm still trying to process this. We will, of course, talk about this later. And look at this, the GM getting the crowd pumped up. Happy to be here. Hopefully the crowd is happy to be here. I'm happy to be here, ladies and gentlemen. Some groundbreaking announcements here, as we all know now that Bad Company will officially feature a pre-show exclusively brought to you by D-League with these 3 gigantic matches, one of which will include the introduction of our ECW Tag Team D-League Championships. What a mouthful. But ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, tonight we have the semi-finals of our D-League Women's Championship Tournament. Hood will go one-on-one against Eliza Ashworth, and on the other side of the tournament, we have Suki Matsuzaka facing Olga, and what I believe is truly a mismatch. But ladies and gentlemen, do not sell Suki Matsuzaka short. Do not sell any of these female superstars short, for that matter. We have truly 4 incredibly talented finalists here, and of course the 2 winners of those matches tonight will go on to Bad Company to compete for the ECW D-League Women's Championship. That is huge, ladies and gentlemen, and plenty more to come. But let's go back for a second, talk about the introduction of the crowning of not 1 but 2 D-League champions now at Bad Company. Of course, we have the Women's Championship going on the line, but now, as our GM just announced, the D-League Championship Tournament. Excuse me. The D-League Tag Team titles will be going up in the pre-show, and the winners of the 2 tag team matches here tonight will go on to compete for the title. So, in theory, a little bit of semifinals there. And that, and of course, our gigantic main event, we see the singles debut of newly signed superstar Eamon. That guy has been a thorn in the side of both Silas Moore and Cardinal Sin, and now will get a title shot at D-League for the D-League Championship. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen, D-League is here and here to stay, and I just can't believe it. How far we've come from episode 1 to episode 12, ladies and gentlemen. It is quite an amazing thing to see how far D-League has come in such a seemingly short period of time, but I can only imagine D-League is growing and growing further. So, of course, here we have our opening contest of the night, ladies and gentlemen. This, of course, Rory McCreary looking to pick up a big win here on D-League. Has not, I don't know, nice way of putting it, has not been terribly impressive, as he was brought down to D-League to sort of own his skills, but hasn't really had much luck as of late, looking up to pick up a victory here against this man right here, Igor Ivanov. Now, of course, in talking about Rory McCreary's struggles, we also have Igor Ivanov, Same thing here, folks. Not much luck in terms of the W's department for Igor. So you can imagine both of these superstars looking to pick up a victory. If I am not mistaken, ladies and gentlemen, if I look at my notes here, I do not believe Igor Ivanov has picked up a victory in Extreme CAW Wrestling as of yet. I believe he is 0-3. And of course, as you all know, W's talk, especially when we introduce these new power rankings. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Huge night of D-League 12 coming at you. And welcome. Thank you again for tuning in. If you're in the chat room, welcome. If you're in the crowd, welcome. And if you're watching this a week later, welcome. Thank you so much for your ongoing patience as we try and get these episodes out. But as I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, right after D-League 12, the work on our next CPV, Bad Company, will begin. So here we go. Rory McCreary starting the match off strong, but now we got a reversal into the turnbuckle here by Igor Ivanov. Again, both of these superstars looking to pick up a win here, desperately in need. I think they understand how high the stakes are. Oh, there's a mouthful of kilt there for Igor Ivanov, and what's he doing here? Look at this, and face straight down into the turnbuckle there. Rory McCreary getting his face rearranged. Oh, and Igor continuing the pressure here. Now we got a pinfall, quick pin to maybe start this night off. We got a 2 count, and oh, Rory able to kick out. Now, of course, Rory McCreary, when he made his D-League debut, originally debuted in D-League as a tag team, of course, with the man we all know as Hale, and he is on the main roster now, of course, with the Ministry of Blood. And what Metaphor is going into at Bad Company, of course, as we know, ladies and gentlemen, Metaphor will be going head-to-head against Mastodon, newest member of the DOA. That will be a battle, ladies and gentlemen. And what about the fallout of our last episode of the main roster, ladies and gentlemen? We saw Brent finally accept the challenge from Tank. He will be facing Tank in a Falls Count Anywhere match at Bad Company. This match is 10 years in the making, folks. Really doesn't get any bigger than that. And look at this, Rory McCreary setting up for something big here. And look at this, a hitch kick to the face of Igor Ivanov. Let's get a replay of that. The impact of the boot straight to the face of the Russian. And now, will Rory McCreary be able to pick up a win here against Ivanov? We got a 2 count and oh my goodness, just a kick out in the nick of time. McCreary can't believe it. Ivanov just kicking out. Oh, and look at this, reversing a punch to knock him to the outside of the ring here. And now, Ivanov tossing McCreary out of the ring. Here we go. Oh, and throwing him down to the mat. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. And now Igor getting in the face of the referee for what? Oh, wait a second, ladies and gentlemen. Look who's coming down the ramp. That's William Williams. What's he doing here? What the hell's he doing? Oh, come on! The ref distracted and a gut wrench suplex on the outside. What is Double W doing here? Igor Ivanov still in the ring distracting the referee. Referee cannot see this. If he does, that's a DQ. And now Rory tossed back into the ring. Igor Ivanov, like a piranha in blood-infested waters, just ready to make the kill. And here we go. His special move, ladies and gentlemen, the camel clutch. Then it's locked in on Rory McCreary. And he's got no shot here, ladies. Yeah, he's tapping. Igor Ivanov has just picked up his first win on the D-League roster. I mean, if that's how you want to pick up your first victory in D-League, by all means, meat, do it. But, you know, in my books, that's not clean. That's not a good way to do it. Rory McCreary in control most of this match. Look at this hitch kick once again. My goodness. Can't believe that did not put Ivanov away there, ladies and gentlemen. But nonetheless, Ivanov able to hang on. Double W, for whatever reason, coming to the aid of Igor Ivanov and allowing him to lock in that camel clutch and eventually pick up the victory against Rory McCreary here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So that will do it, and that will be the first victory once again for Igor Ivanov. He will go 1-3 and improve his record here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I guess congratulations is in order, but we will have to see what comes of this perhaps newfound partnership between Igor Ivanov and William Williams. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait a second. What? Richie Richardson? Is he firing Spencer Andrews? Oh, come on. Of course, as we saw in the last episode, Richie Richardson making an offhand comment about Spencer Andrews needing to improve, but he hasn't even had a shot yet. He's just a kid, Richie. Oh, that's not good. So I guess Spencer Andrews is heading out of the building. Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. There's the ECW D-League champion, Cardinal Sin. Oh, and he's walking to Richie's office now. Looks like he's going to have a word with him. Oh, and he's not a happy camper. Cardinal Sin does have a point. There's some supernatural poop going on here, folks, and we've all seen it. Cardinal Sin is not wrong. Oh, big words from the D-League champion right there, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty much calling Richie Richardson out on his antics here, signing Eamon to a contract. We've all seen it, folks. We saw it in the previous episode of D-League and the one before that. There is some weird stuff going on with Eamon and what he can do. We've seen him teleport around the arena very quickly. We've seen this sort of henchman that he has. We still don't know his name. I can level with Cardinal Sin and be concerned about what is to come at the D-League Championship match at Bad Company. I don't blame him for that, you know? At the same time, I can level with Richie Richardson. You know, he wants to put on as best a show and as best a roster as possible. He said that numerous times. So it's really a battle of both worlds here. Everybody has their own priorities and their goals to achieve, and unfortunately it may end up not doing so well for the other party. It is what it is, folks. But here we have our second contest of the night. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, Dickie Nixon coming down to the ring here. He made his debut against Samir Al-Shahadi on episode 9 of D-League. He is here for his second contest tonight. And of course, as we all know, Dickie Nixon with, look at this vicious leg lock that eventually tapped Samir Al-Shahadi out. And that resulted in his first and only victory here on D-League. And Dickie Nixon will be going up against another superstar here tonight that has won also his debut match. And of course, that man is Oki Otoko, ladies and gentlemen. So we have a frickin' star-studded match here, and the loser will, of course, suffer their first loss on the roster. So here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. The fans are big fans of this guy. Big fans of the big guy, Oki Otoko. You know, one thing I was really impressed to see this guy in his opening match against Double W, the man we just saw interfere in the previous match. Oki Otoko, for his size, can surely move around the ring like a cruiserweight. Look at the dragon screw there, you know, off the second rope. And then look at this, a dragon sleeper that eventually tapped Double W out. So if anything here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a pretty incredible matchup here, both with superstars that have submission finishers. Who can tap the other one out is the question. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got both 1-0 records going toe-to-toe here in ECW D-League. Let's see who can pull off a victory. So of course, still to come later tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 tag team matches, as I said before, and the winners of both those tag team matches will go on to Bad Company's pre-show to compete for the ECW D-League Tag Team Championships. Holy moly, there's a lot to say when it comes to adding the D-League to the equation, ladies and gentlemen, but nonetheless, very excited about that. And of course, our gigantic main event where we will see Eamon make his in-ring debut against Silas Moore. Plenty more to come. Of course, we got our semifinals for D-League Women's Championship Tournament. And of course, this match right here that we're seeing. Somebody's going to go undefeated here. When I talk about undefeated, I can't help but think of the Wonder Boy. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Wonder Boy, Blake Taylor, will be going up in action tonight against R.J. Drake. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Blake Taylor currently boasting a 3-0 record in Extreme CAW Wrestling, and he will look to continue that here tonight when he goes toe-to-toe against R.J. Drake, the only man ahead of him, mind you, in the D-League Power Rankings. It's a huge opportunity for Blake Taylor, and of course, as announced prior, Richie Richardson announcing a match between Blake Taylor and Aurelius. Those two have never faced each other in one-on-one action, so that'll be an interesting match to say the least. Aurelius, just a technical powerhouse. And Blake Taylor, just a technical cruiserweight, what have you. I mean, every time we see the Wonder Boy in the ring, we see something new from him. Can he continue that streak here tonight? We got a pinfall here in the ring. Dickie Nixon on the big man. No, not even a 2 count. Oki Otoko kicking out. Another size mismatch we're looking at here in the ring between these two. Oh, and a leg sweep there from the big man, Oki Otoko. And now going up to the second rope, looking for a big fly here, and down onto Dickie Nixon, and it lands. Oh, it looked like Oki was going for a big boot, but Dickie Nixon saying, me, not today. And now Dickie setting up for something here. We got a leg lock, there it is. We saw that last time. Dickie Nixon tapping Samir Al-Shahadi out. Is this gonna get Oki to tap? Oki inches away from the ropes, and he gets a hand on the ropes. The referee calling it. Dickie Nixon having some words saying, what the hell was that? But no, fair and square, Oki Otoko able to get a hand on the ropes, and perhaps that was the game changer there between being tapped out and not. So the match continues. Oki Otoko able to hang on, and now turning the tables with a huge backbreaker there. Both of these superstars, ladies and gentlemen, have a giant future, I think, in Extreme CAW Wrestling. Happy to have them on the roster here. If there's one thing Richie Richardson is not lying about, ladies and gentlemen, it is that D-League has an incredibly stacked roster and it is only getting bigger. Look at that toss from the second rope. We saw that in Oki Otoko's previous match. And that turned out to be a turning point in this match. Oh, and look at that, a powerbomb down to the mat. Oki Otoko has officially turned the tables on his opponent now. And now, not letting Dickie get close to the ropes, but no, a kick out. Once again, Oki Otoko just gassed, realizing he's got to put that much more effort in to put Nixon away here. What a match this has been, ladies and gentlemen. Both these superstars just chomping at the bit And look at this. What is this? Oh, a bonsai drop down to the chest, down to the sternum of Dickie Nixon. And look at this. Oki Otoko strategically pulling him away from the ropes just in case there's a submission, pinfall. Oh, working on that leg. Unbelievable performance here from Otoko. Kick to the back, but no. Dickie Nixon using his speed and agility to get out of the way now. And look at this. Taking Oki Otoko's shoulder into the turnbuckle. More so into that ring post, and now a little bit of taunt action, trying to get the crowd behind him. And once again, Otoko turning the tables, working on that arm now. And there's the dragon screw from Otoko. We've seen that before. What an unbelievable contest here from two guys who do not want to get a loss on their record in D-League, ladies and gentlemen. This is incredible. Oh, look at, oh, and he's able to pick him up into a pile driver. Down to the mat goes Otoko. Dickie Nixon, arms spread, looking for some support here. Could end the man's career, and now still working on the neck there with a DDT to follow it up. And now after the DDT, we have a pinfall. 2, is this gonna put him? No, Oki Otoko still kicking out. Match continues. Oh, and look at this, getting dirty now. Oh, eye rake from Dickie Nixon, and no, look at that. There it is. There it is, the leg lock. The leg lock that we've seen before, followed by the eye rake. Dickie Nixon playing dirty, and that's gonna tap Oki Otoko out right in the middle of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it may have been, the ref did not see that there. I do not believe. We have to check the replay, but there was an eye rake right before Dickie Nixon's finishing move, excuse me. Look at this pile driver here. DDT, this was the beginning of the end for Oki Otoko. He was able to kick out of this, but immediately following that, ladies and gentlemen, was the eye rake from Dickie Nixon into the leg lock. And there you have it, Dickie Nixon going 2-0 in ECW D-League. But not to take anything away from his opponent here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oki Otoko putting on an absolute show. It could have gone either way, but Dickie Nixon, your winner here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, who's that handsome guy on the screen? Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you how excited I am for Extreme CAW Wrestling's next CPB. We have over 10 matches coming your way, now including a pre-show. I don't even know how many there are. I can't keep track of it, ladies and gentlemen, but let's go over some things, okay? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up immediately after D-League Episode 12, work will begin on the gigantic stack card of Bad Company. Holy shit, I can't even talk. Sermon Bundy versus Gasso for the Hardcore Championship. As I announced before, Mastodon versus Metaphor singles action. Of course, Ava Dawn going up against Heartbreak Haley in singles action. Of course, the Women's Championship, Kimberly Page versus Leandrin. Let's keep going, folks. Gigantic fatal four-way for the ECW YouTube Championship. We have the Tag Team Championships. Chi-Town Slide versus Papu Papu and Nanook. Tyrant versus Tort Michaels for the ECW Championship. If the list goes on, folks. Brent versus Tank in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And of course, announced earlier tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Eamon, Silas Moore, Cardinal Sin, triple threat match for the ECW D-League Championship. And I imagine after tonight, ladies and gentlemen, there will be even more matches announced. We had our pre-show matches announced earlier tonight, 2 of which are still to be decided. We got that giant tag team championship match to come, and of course, the winner of our here she comes now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the semi-final matches here tonight. And here is one of them, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it on. The D-League Championship Tournament in full effect here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, semi-final match, 1 of 2. Of course, Eliza Ashworth making her debut in her first match of the D-League Championship Tournament. Very technical submission specialist. And that armbar, holy moly. She, of course, went up against Madison in her opening match, and that armbar that we saw her perform nearly tore Madison's arm out of the socket. But here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Eliza Ashworth, I think, has a little bit more of a challenge on her table, because she is going up against none other than the ECW veteran. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, listen to the ovation. Long-time ECW vet decided to take her talents back down a little bit to the ECW D-League Women's Championship Tournament. Eliza Ashworth has her hands full here tonight against none other than Hood. Now, there's no doubt that both of these superstars present a gigantic power advantage, but when two powerful superstars clash, the one that will just edge out is the one that will win the match. And that's what's going to happen here tonight, folks. I've been calling a lot of matches in CAW wrestling in my time, and I know right now this is going to be a good one. Got some new blood in Eliza Ashworth and a veteran in Hood. And of course, this is one of two semifinal matches. The winner of this match will go on to Bad Company to compete to become the first ever D-League Women's Championship. Let's get it on. We got a lock up to start here. Hood, yes, Hood edging out here, but Eliza Ashworth now pushing her into the ropes, not allowing Hood to get that headlock advantage, and now going for the legs. Again, Eliza Ashworth, there's something I noticed in the first match. Look at this, technical ability, the submission ability. She will target your limbs, weaken those limbs down, continue to target them until the time is right, to the point where you almost can't even use them anymore. I gotta say, in the opening contest for Ashworth, she was very impressive. But so was Hood. So was Hood. Case in point, ladies and gentlemen, look at that incredible reversal there from Hood here. And now Hood with a shining wizard down. Oh my goodness. Not taking any prisoners here. And now working on that padded knee of Eliza Ashworth. Kick to the gut here. Now into the corner. Hood setting up for something big here. Coming flying off the second rope with a clothesline. Eliza back down to the mat. Hood looking for a quick pinfall here. Don't think she's going to get it. No, one count. Back into the corner goes Ashworth, but no, an elbow to the face of Hood, perhaps waiting too long, and there's another well-performed suplex from Ashworth, now turning the tables in this match, looking to regain some momentum here. There's a fisherman suplex down to the mat, not going for the pin. Ashworth aware of how close Hood was to the ropes, perhaps, and there, more work on the arms. You're going to notice Eliza Ashworth is going to work on the arms of Hood very much so if she wants to lock in that armbar. Oh, look at this, some taunt action here from a reversal from Hood. Now the question is, can Ashworth lock in that armbar on Hood? And the second question will be, if she does, will Hood tap out? Hood is an absolute beast, ladies and gentlemen. The new finisher that she unveiled, I don't even know what to call it. I'll have to get an interview with Hood at some point or another. Figure out what the hell she's calling that thing, because I've never seen something like it before. Got a rope break there. Ashworth able to get just a toe on the ropes. Hood continuing the pressure and going for another pinfall here. No rope break, no, but a kick out at one. This match can, oh no, it looked like she was going for a body slam there, but no, Hood once again able to reverse it. And now Eliza Ashworth could be in some trouble here. Hood looks like she's setting up for something. Oh, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Speak of the devil. Look at this, right over her shoulders. Ashworth down on the mat. Hood is going to go for the pin here, and she could be going to Bad Company. 1, 2, Hood, oh my goodness, Eliza Ashworth able to kick out milliseconds, nanoseconds before the 3 count. Still somehow able to keep herself in this match against Hood, just fighting fighting for that opportunity at Bad Company. Just clawing her way back into this match, and there's another big suplex there from Eliza Ashworth. And now look at this, Ashworth trying to get the crowd behind her here. Trying to regain some momentum here in this match after taking a huge finisher from Hood. Look at this. Oh no, we got another reversal there from Hood. Now Hood running it. Look at this, we got a pin. Another pinfall. Oh my goodness. Sort of a crucifix pin there from Hood. That was very well performed. And now Hood looking to continue the damage. I think one more finisher may put Eliza Ashworth away here. Huge clothesline that takes Ashworth out of the ring. And Hood, look at the gum flapping going on here. Hood never been afraid to play dirty, and look at this. Case in point, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, Eliza Ashworth reversing, and Hood's face going slamming into the ringside mats there. I know I've mentioned it before, but those mats not providing a lot of cushion there. Can rearrange your face in a hurry. And now these two women at a 5 count on the outside of the ring. I don't know what the hell happens if we get a double count out here. Looks like it's not going to happen as Ashworth throws Hood back into the ring. Oh, there it is, working more on the arm. That can only suggest that something is coming. Now again, Hood cannot allow Eliza Ashworth to lock in that vicious armbar that made Madison tap out within seconds. As we can see, the beginning of the storm there. Eliza Ashworth continuing to work on the arm of Hood. Another arm drag there, continuing the pressure. Oh, and what is this? What is this? A Tiger Bomb backbreaker! Oh my God. Huge move there, and a kick to the back. Eliza Ashworth feeling the momentum now, looking to continue the pressure on her opponent, Hood. And oh my goodness, look at that! Holy shootaroo! Trying not to swear because ECW is a PG production as far as I know, folks. Here we go, Eliza Ashworth looking to continue the pressure here. What a match this has been, folks. Both of these women, absolutely, they just must be running on fumes here. Oh my goodness, look at the moves here from Eliza Ashworth. Fighting, clawing their way to Bad Company to compete for the D-League Championship. And look at this, oh, the Hurricanrana from Hood! What a reversal there, and now Hood's fired up. Looking for a second finisher here on Eliza Ashworth. Is she gonna land it? Is she gonna land it? Hood lands it! Second finisher against Eliza Ashworth. And that's gotta do it, folks. That's gotta put Eliza away. The veteran Hood has just landed her second finisher on the technical submission specialist. But wait a sec, she's pretty close to the ropes there. 2! Oh my goodness, she couldn't get her hands on the ropes, but somehow still able to kick out there. Hood staring in disbelief here, cannot believe the kick out, ladies and gentlemen. And has to continue the fight here against Eliza Ashworth. Eliza Ashworth, not an ounce of quit in her. Oh, and a leg drop. Hood, one more. One more. That's all she's got to be thinking in her head right now. Oh, and a reversal here, a leg sweep from Eliza Ashworth. And wait a second, ladies and gentlemen. Hood in a precarious position here. There's the arm, and there's the arm bar. Hood cannot get anywhere near a rope, and she's tapping out. There it is, a second time. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Hood has just tapped out to that vicious arm bar. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Eliza Ashworth somehow able to withstand 2 finishers from Hood. There's one, and of course there were 2. I don't know if we're going to get it in this replay, but nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, the newcomer, the impressive specimen, Eliza Ashworth, able to overcome the odds here against the veteran Hood, and she will be going on to ECW Bad Company to compete for the first ever ECW D-League Women's Championship. Eliza Ashworth emotional as she realizes that she is going on to the next CPV to compete, to become a note in the history books, ladies and gentlemen, for Extreme CAW Wrestling, the first ever D-League Women's Champion. And there you have it, Eliza Ashworth awaiting her opponent. And it will either be Olga or Suki Matsuzaka. That is to come later tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What a night it has already been. Once again, Mick McMichaels here live with you. Plenty more to come, ladies and gentlemen, along with that gigantic main event. RJ Drake going toe-to-toe against Blake Taylor. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As announced earlier tonight, this will be one of two tag team matches. The Tunkins looking to pull off a victory here tonight, and arguably one of the largest victories of their career, as if they are able to pull off a victory here tonight in this tag team contest, they will go on to the pre-show of Bad Company to compete to become the first ever D-League Tag Team Champions. Huge opportunity here for all four tag teams competing here tonight. But the Tunkins, I got to admit, ladies and gentlemen, will have their hands full as they are going up against none other than the undefeated tag team, Flawless. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Flawless coming to the ring, flanked by, of course, manager Madison. And as I said before, Flawless as a tag team has not lost in ECW D-League. In fact, they have defeated every other tag team in D-League besides the Tunkins. They've never faced the Tunkins. So tonight, if both Ricky and Chaz are able to gain a pinfall, they will have defeated the Jackson Bros, Los Venenos, and now the Tunkins. And of course, in order to do that, they will need to go through the Tunkins here tonight to not only go 3-0 as a tag team in D-League, but they will also go on to the Bad Company pre-show to compete for the titles. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tunkins versus Flawless. Of course, Chaz from Flawless kicking off this match against Jared Tunkin. Junior Tunkin in the corner. And of course, Ricky in the corner for Flawless. The chemistry is one thing, ladies and gentlemen, that we've seen that Flawless really is quite flawless, if I do say so myself. We haven't seen a flaw in Flawless's work here. But of course, Madison now, perhaps a little premature, but getting involved in the match, distracting the referee. She's going to get tossed from the ring pretty early, I would think, but here we go. Complete chaos in the ring very early on in this match, and look at that, Jared Tunkin taking exception to Ricky coming in and saying, mate, have a seat on the outside of the ring while I deal with your buddy here. Chaz, look at this, a belly-to-belly suplex over the top rope. That takes a lot of power, ladies and gentlemen, especially with a superstar like Jared Tunkin that is taller than you. It's a lot of work to be done here, and now Chaz is fired right up, getting back into this match for him and his team. And now into the ropes goes Chaz. Oh no, ducking under a clothesline and a huge clothesline, and right back up goes Chaz. Those are the type of maneuvers that are going to win you a match and put you right onto the card for the pre-show of Bad Company, ladies and gentlemen. Chaz now, huge suplex down to Jared Tunkin. And Flawless have just turned the tables here. Oh, and Junior Tunkin blindsided by Chaz now, going onto the outside of the ring. He did not deserve that. He did not deserve that at all. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen this before. Back suplex with a diving leg drop. Ricky going for a ride on Jared Tunkin. Tagged in. He's the legal man. Junior can't get back up. Is this going to be a quick pin here? Junior! Oh my God! Flawless quite easily and quite quickly have just etched themselves into the Bad Company pre-show tag team match and will officially be competing for the ECW tag team titles, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not forget, Flawless coming into D-League as CAW contest winners, and look at the impact they have made here, going 3-0 here in D-League, defeating every other tag team up to this point, and they are officially now going to compete to become first ever D-League Tag Team Championships. The question is, can Flawless be stopped, ladies and gentlemen? Can they be stopped? And that will remain to be seen at the Bad Company pre-show. And here we go. Aurelius backstage with who? Yeah, I agree. Who the hell is this guy? Clyde Pierce. Oh, okay. That's a weird name. Aurelius doesn't have any clue about anybody else here. It looks like Clyde Pierce is the new backstage announcer hired by Richie Richardson by the looks of it. Asking about facing the Wonder Boy at Bad Company. Technically outmatched and overpowered. Wow. Bold words there from Aurelius, but he's not wrong. Good question there from Clyde Pierce. Can't deny it. He doesn't even know who Big John Donovan is. The technical excellence, Aurelius likes to call himself. And rightfully so. We've seen that monstrous torture rack locked in, ladies and gentlemen. But the question remains, will Aurelius be able to lock it in against the undefeated Wonder Boy Blake Taylor at Bad Company's pre-show, or will he just become another victim to Blake Taylor? That will remain to be seen. But here comes, I still can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen, but here comes yet another victim. I don't know how to explain it. Big John Donovan took a loss to Blake Taylor a few episodes ago with the help of Mick Gervais, and now look what happened to Mick Gervais. Of course, Big John Donovan taking exception to his involvement in that match, powerbombing him into a limousine, followed by a match on last episode where he quite easily defeated Mick Gervais in singles action. And of course, for the well-being of Gervais, he is sitting out tonight, will not be in competition, will be taking a well-earned rest. And of course, we hope to see Mick Gervais back in action soon. Big John Donovan just laying waste to the ECW D-League roster. Taking Mysterious out of action, taking Mick Gervais out of action. But we'll be facing a newly debuting superstar here tonight. I'm just reading this on my notes. Big John Donovan going up against a newly debuting superstar here on the roster. Let's see who we've got scheduled. Now this is something Mickey Willis must have set up, because I didn't see this on my card. Who is this? Ladies and gentlemen, Brody High Tides making his debut in D-League. Cowabunga, dude! Yeah, surf's up. Brody High Tides coming straight from the tides of Miami, making his debut here on ECW D-League, dude. Right up against the big man. Oh, no. Oh, wait a second. Brody, look out here. Oh, and the bell has rung. Big John Donovan not waiting for Brody to get his time in, get his debut in the ring. Of course, Mickey Willis at ringside. That is his client there. Oh, my God. Big John Donovan. Is this guy ever in a good mood here? Not a great opening match for Brody High Tides, but welcome to the roster nonetheless, meet. Oh, God damn it. Sidewalk slam. Big John Donovan, of course, going into that huge fatal four-way match for the pre-show at Bad Company. Looking to make a name on the roster, which he has already done, I might add, ladies and gentlemen. But this will be the biggest one yet if he can come off with a victory, not only here tonight, but in that fatal four-way match and earn a #1 contendership spot against whoever comes out of Bad Company as the ECW D-League champion. Oh, and poor Brody High Tides. Probably not the homecoming he wanted here. Probably not the opponent he wanted to start his ECW career off with. But nonetheless, we'll need to put in some work here to try and turn the tables against the big man, Big John Donovan. Oh no, and look at this. This is the move that put away the hurt Mick Gervais only last episode. And Brody High Tides. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I am so sorry, Brody. No, look at set up for a last ride, Brody. Larger than any wave he's ever surfed in his life, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, yeah. I don't know. I'm trying not to laugh here backstage, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not laughing at the misfortune of Brody High Tides, but I'm just laughing at sort of the situation. You gotta understand, this is just unfortunate. Brody High Tide's looking to make a name for himself on the roster, the newest debuting superstar. Again, Brody, welcome to the roster, but sorry you had to go through with this. I don't even know if that match was a minute. I don't know, you guys in chat, was anybody timing this? No? Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Big John Donovan making a statement prior to his match, and we will see him in action at the Bad Company pre-show, going head-to-head against RJ Drake, the Thunder, and Silvio Salvatore. All four of those top-tier superstars will look to become the #1 contender to whoever, again, comes out of Bad Company's triple threat match between Cardinal Sin, Silas Moore, and Eamon. Whoever comes out of that match as champion will face the winner of that fatal four-way as soon as we are back to regular scheduled programming at D-League. Wow, that was quick. I didn't even get time to call the match, really. That was impressive, to say the least. Wow. So here we have, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Samir Al-Shahadi, the man that lost his match against Adrian Dawkins in a roll-up. Of course, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This was episode 11 of D-League. After that loss, interfering in a match between Adrian Dawkins and the Thunder taking exception to that interference and saying, no, I don't care who you're attacking me. You are not going to interfere in my match. And seemingly forming an unlikely alliance between the Thunder and Adrian Dawkins. Those two on sort of a level playing field, shaking hands before the match, so there was already some camaraderie there. You know, Adrian Dawkins and both the Thunder, to my knowledge, both like to play it right down the line, folks. Play it clean, shaking hands before the match. Samir Al-Shahadi ultimately ruining that. And of course, as a result of that interference, we'll be going up against none other than the man himself here tonight. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Here he comes now. It's the Thunder. Another entrant into that fatal four-way match. A huge opportunity for this man, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, the Thunder will go for a #1 contendership, arguably the largest opportunity of his ECW career coming up at Bad Company. But first, he'll have to defeat and go through Samir Al-Shahadi here in singles action tonight. Of course, the Thunder with that vicious Falcon Arrow, and of course that Lion Salt. The Thunder is really the total package here in Extreme CAW Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. He can do it all. He's got the power, he's got the technical ability, he's got the high fly ability. You put it down on paper and the Thunder's probably got it covered, ladies and gentlemen. But he will go toe-to-toe against Samir Al-Shahadi here tonight. And here we go. The beef has not ended between these two. Samir Al-Shahadi looking to pick up his first victory here against the Thunder. And of course, the Thunder, another winner of the Extreme CAW Wrestling CAW contest, coming into the debut of D-League. He is now boasting a 5-2-1 record. And of course, if you want to see any of these stats, folks, all you got to do is head over to the Extreme CAW Wrestling Wiki page, and you can find the direct link for that right down below in the description of this video. All the cool stats. You want to know the height of your favorite superstar? Hell, you want to know the weight of your favorite superstar? Go for it. You do your thing, folks. It is all there. Some trivia. Hell, if you want to look at goofs, it's all there, folks. Check it out on the ECW Wiki page. Special thanks to Anonymous Anime for putting that together once again. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now on the outside of the ring is the Thunder and Samir Al-Shahadi. Some bad blood brewing between these two here tonight. Not looking to give each other an inch, and the Thunder just looking to get some momentum going into the Bad Company pre-show of that Fatal 4-Way match. What a night we have got lined up. We're at a 6 or a 7 count. Samir Al-Shahadi thinking he might win by countout, but no, the Thunder back up into the ring. Turn around, meat. Nope. Big mistake, and we got a pin here. 1, 2, oh my goodness, Samir Al-Shahadi almost getting defeated by yet another roll up there. That, I'm pretty sure, would have driven him absolutely insane. But now, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Turning away from the ropes and a Falcon Arrow down to the mat. We've seen this before, ladies and gentlemen, and this can only spell the end for Samir Al-Shahadi against the Thunder here in a dangerous... Oh, don't crawl to the middle of the ring, meat. Rookie mistake there. That's one place you don't want to be, because here comes the Lion Salt. Big mistake there from Samir Al-Shahadi, now stuck in no man's land, and the Thunder has just defeated him 1, 2, 3, followed by a Lion Salt. Huge victory here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, from the Thunder, and he will be going in to Bad Company's Fatal 4-Way as a winner, just like Big John Donovan is. Wow, what a contest this was. Again, pretty lopsided. Samir Al-Shahadi making a big, grave mistake there by trying to crawl away from the ropes into the center of the ring. The Thunder seeing what Samir Al-Shahadi had just done and capitalizing on that situation. We could be looking at a future #1 contender here, ladies and gentlemen. We could be looking at a future ECW D-League champion here, ladies and gentlemen. The Thunder coming to Bad Company's pre-show exclusively. What a match that's going to be, ladies and gentlemen. 4-star studded superstars. That is a tongue twister. Say it 5 times fast. I dare you. Try it. Try it. Oh boy, what a night this has been already, ladies and gentlemen, and what a night we still have to go. We still have that tag team match to come. We still have the women's D-League championship match to come, that last semifinals match. Blake Taylor versus RJ Drake, and of course our giant main event, Eamon versus Silas Moore. You can imagine Silas Moore looking to get his claws into the man that has been a thorn in his side for the previous 3 episodes of D-League, finally able to get a taste of what he's up against at Bad Company in that triple threat match. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The second of our 2 tag team matches here tonight. Again, a matchup of where I believe these 2 tag teams have not faced each other. This is, of course, Los Venenos, Cobra, and Serpiente. Of course, Cobra, the bigger lad here. Serpiente being the slightly shorter guy with the bandana on. A little tough to separate the two. But nonetheless, Los Venenos looking to gain a huge opportunity here and compete to become the first ever D-League Tag Team Champions. But they have quite a big meal on their plate here, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the fourth and final tag team. And listen to that ovation, ladies and gentlemen. Fan favorites on the roster, here they come. Hardcore all-rounder. These guys don't pull any punches, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Jackson brothers. Like Los Venenos, of course, the Jackson brothers looking to go into Bad Company and compete against Flawless, the team they faced in their debut match but came up short. Whoever wins this tag team match, ladies and gentlemen, will go on to Bad Company's pre-show. And one of those two teams will become our new D-League Tag Team Champions. Huge opportunity here for these tag teams, and here we go. Brandon Jackson kicking this match off against none other than Cobra of Los Venenos. Two big superstars here, but look at the power. Look at the power, oh my God. Almost breaking Cobra's neck here. Brandon Jackson fired up, realizing what's at stake here for him and his partner Blake. Now Cobra looking for a body slam here. Look at this tag team move, oh my goodness. Tossing him into a German suplex. Now Blake Jackson in the ring. I like the stuff that the Jacksons bring to the ring here. Not to be confused with the other Jacksons, which that would be a hell of a matchup, ladies and gentlemen, to have the Jacksons versus the Jackson Bros. That would be a cool match to watch. But anyways, let's get away from that for a sec. We're talking Extreme CAW Wrestling. The stuff that we've been seeing the Jackson Bros bring into the ring as of late is just unbelievable, if I do say so myself. Unorthodox moves that we just see on a constant basis. Could we be looking at the future D-League Tag Team Champions here? And look at this, Blake Jackson now stomped down to the ring. Serpiente's face going right into the canvas. And now Blake Jackson loading him up here. Back body drop coming, and yeah, it lands. The Jackson Bros in complete control here, realizing what is at stake, what opportunities they have ahead of them, and what a career they have ahead of them here in ECW. And now back into the corner goes Serpiente this time, and now we got another tag. What is this, ladies and gentlemen? Down and out! The Jackson Bros with the down and out, the sit-out powerbomb with the jumping neck breaker. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is their signature move. Is this going to put Los Venenos away? The Jackson Bros are officially going to Bad Company's pre-show to once again face the tag team that defeated them in their debut match, Flawless. I gotta admit, not much effort needed here from the Jackson Bros. There it is again, look at that, the down and out, the finisher from the Jackson Bros. Brandon realizing that there was probably gonna be some interference there, taking control of that, and getting the pinfall still on Serpiente. He must have been down and out. Good one, Mick. Woo! So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jackson Bros, Flawless, to become the first ever Tag Team D-League champions. They will compete at the pre-show, ladies and gentlemen, and that match, consider it set, ladies and gentlemen. What a match that is going to be. The undefeated Flawless will face the 2-1 Jackson Brothers. Jackson Brothers looking to redeem themselves that night. And what a huge opportunity this will be for all four of those superstars. Jackson Bros, Flawless, ladies and gentlemen. And that will be at the pre-show. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen it here first. D-League Episode 12. Bad Company pre-show will feature the Jackson Bros versus Flawless for the D-League Tag Team Championships. And of course, as we mentioned earlier tonight, the Wonder Boy, Blake Taylor, looking to defend that undefeated streak if he doesn't lose to RJ Drake tonight against the technical excellence, Aurelius. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the #1 contendership spot will be on the line when Silvio Salvatore, RJ Drake, the Thunder, and Big John Donovan all face each other for the spot. And listen to that ovation, ladies and gentlemen. Man has been growing on the fans in the arena as of late. Here he comes now, ladies and gentlemen, going up against a man that is also right up there in the #1 contendership spot, RJ Drake. It is the Wonder Boy, Blake Taylor. Blake Taylor has his hands full here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very strong opponent here in RJ Drake coming down to the ring, looking to make a name for himself. Came up short in his championship match against Cardinal Sin on episode 11. But if anybody knows RJ Drake, he does not quit. He does not have an ounce of quit in him, folks. In fact, he's going right back at it when he competes in that Fatal 4-Way for the #1 contendership spot. And he will look to not only end the Wonder Boys' undefeated streak here tonight, but go in to Bad Company's pre-show with a win under his belt, just like the Thunder has tonight and just like Big John Donovan has tonight. Truly a fantasy booking matchup here. Look at the styling of Blake Taylor, seemingly not concerned about his matchup here against RJ Drake tonight. But I beg to differ, Meat. I bet you Blake Taylor has got some ounce of doubt in his mind as we kick this match off here with a lockup, technical lockup here. And Blake Taylor now taking RJ Drake down to the mat to kick this match off. And now lock up again here. Now RJ Drake seemingly winning. Now got Blake Taylor in a headlock and now looking to take control with a very similar armbar that we just saw. And now Blake Taylor goes down to the mat. A little bit of feeling out process here to kick this match off. I think we're going to see a good one here, folks. Russian leg sweep there from Drake down to the mat. Ladies and gentlemen, leading up to Bad Company, as I mentioned earlier, as we all know, this is the final episode before we are officially on the road to Bad Company. Work will begin on Bad Company immediately after D-League episode 12 has ended, and I cannot wait to get a release date out to you guys. I anticipate within the next month and a half, we will have Bad Company in our rooms and streaming. Of course, that will be a premiere, probably occurring on a Sunday night, but we will have to see, ladies and gentlemen. We will, of course, keep you posted on our Facebook, Twitter, forums, whatever you want to do. And, of course, all those links are below in the description. Back to the match for now, ladies and gentlemen. Very even contest here between Blake Taylor and RJ Drake. But who will edge out a victory here on D-League episode 12? Of course, coming up at Bad Company, just a segue here while this hellacious match is going on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, huge. Just throwing him down to the mat. We will have Tyrant trying to win back that ECW championship from none other than the leader of the DOA, Torque Michaels. Now, the reason I call him the leader, ladies and gentlemen, is we've all been told that Donald Sinclair is the leader of the DOA, but as of late, it seems like Torque Michaels has certainly been pulling the strings backstage and in the ring. But a giant opportunity for Tyrant to defeat Torque Michaels for the ECW championship and bring it back to a man that truly deserves it. Of course, the YouTube Championship in a ladder match, ladies and gentlemen. That will be Eric Samoyd, Abraham Little, Mark Brandel, and of course the man himself, Devin Foolhardy. Will Abraham Little be able to somehow defend that YouTube Championship against three men that would love nothing more than to have that gold around their waist? Kimberly Page going toe-to-toe against Leandrin. She's dodged her once, twice, but this time she can't get away as she still needs to defend that championship one-on-one against Leandrin, the leader of the Ministry of Blood at Bad Company. Look at that DDT there from Blake Taylor. Back to the match, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize, but there is too much good action going on here. Of course, Blake Taylor looking for the unprettier here against RJ Drake, but no, scouting out his opponent. Perhaps not going for it right away, but we might have a rope break if RJ Drake can get his foot on the ropes, but he can't. But he's still able to kick out. RJ Drake with that vicious Canadian destroyer finisher that he has on. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the athletic and technical ability here from RJ Drake. Not pulling any punches against the Wonder Boy, and now going for a pin, rightfully so. Is this going to put Blake Taylor away? Oh my goodness, RJ Drake saying, come on, me, get those counts down to the mat faster. Have to say, I kind of agree. Referee a little tardy on the count there. Perhaps could have costed a victory for RJ Drake. So many factors in the match here, ladies and gentlemen. But now Blake Taylor with a reversal. Oh, and turning RJ Drake around. Going for an unprettier, and it lands. The Wonder Boy lands the unprettier on RJ Drake. Is this going to put Drake away? 2 and 3. Oh my goodness. Blake Taylor cannot believe it. Saying the exact same thing Drake was just saying to the ref, saying, come on, dude, give me a break. Referee, not a huge fan from either Blake Taylor or RJ Drake here tonight, but nonetheless, both of these superstars have the wherewithal to realize the match needs to go on. And now Blake Taylor looking for a high fly maneuver here. Look at that elbow drop from the top rope. Huge springboard there from the Wonder Boy, Blake Taylor, and now another pin. Is this going to put Drake away here? 1, 2, and no, a kick out once again. Blake Taylor trying to continue the momentum here, but Drake, no. Huge elbow to the face now, trying to turn the tables back in his favor. And a back body drop, just gigantic from the Sears Tower. And look at this, a moonsault down onto Blake Taylor. RJ Drake in control of this match now, rolling him around. What do we got here? Oh, and look at that, sort of like a, I don't know what that is, sort of like a weird technical monkey flip. We've seen a monkey flip from RJ Drake before. Oh, and look at this, Blake Taylor able to reverse. And wait a second, could this be a second unprettier? No, but it's a famouser. Holy cannoli, ladies and gentlemen, a famouser coming out of nowhere, busting RJ Drake open, and that is enough to turn the tables and turn him into his second unprettier of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, RJ Drake in a world of hurt, in a world of blood, and just took another loss. And scratch that, ladies and gentlemen. Add that to the list of Blake Taylor. He is officially 4-0 in Extreme CAW Wrestling D-League, and will be going into that, that Bad Company pre-show. We'll be going into that undefeated against none other than the man who was interviewed earlier tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Aurelius. Wow. Blake Taylor. Could we be looking at a future D-League champion, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, wait, whoa, wait a second. Oh, come on. Come on. Blindsided by his future opponent. Aurelius looking to give him a taste of what's to come, and there it is. The torture rack, ladies and gentlemen. And there's nobody here to stop it. The referee pleading with Aurelius to let go of the lock. But Aurelius not even thinking about it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, he's gonna wrench his back into oblivion. Perhaps injure his opponent before their singles match at Bad Company's pre-show. Finally, Aurelius lets him go, sending a clear-cut message to the Wonder Boy Blake Taylor at Bad Company. Holy moly, will Aurelius be the one to end the streak, ladies and gentlemen? Will Aurelius be the one? I don't believe it. Aurelius making a statement here tonight, if I've ever seen one, ladies and gentlemen, making a statement that he will not only be the one to defeat Blake Taylor and end that streak, but he will tap him out with that disgusting technical torture rack that we've seen so many times. Wow. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, you hear that music hit and you know what that means. This will be our second of 2 semi-finalist matches, and the winner of this match will go on to face Eliza Ashworth for the D-League Championship at Bad Company. Of course, that is the D-League Women's Championship. And here she comes now, ladies and gentlemen, Suki Matsuzaka. And of course, Suki Matsuzaka making her debut in ECW D-League on the last episode, of course, defeating Sienna in her opening tournament match. In that match, looking very impressive. Both superstars did, not to take anything away from Sienna there. What a talented ECW D-League women's roster that we have building here right in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. Here tonight, though, Suki Matsuzaka with a clear-cut disadvantage against the monster Olga she will be facing. And I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to take a lot of work to put this woman down. An absolute beast that we saw in this woman coming out right now. Hailing from Moscow, Russia, ladies and gentlemen, the woman that defeated Olivia Banks, 19-year-old Olivia Banks. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Abraham Little's cousin, I might add. And let's just say it did not go too well for the family member of Abraham Little in Olivia Banks. But nonetheless, Olga has moved on. She is going toe-to-toe here in the semi-final match, our second of the night. And of course, as I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, the winner will go on to face Eliza Ashworth, that vicious armbar at Bad Company's main card. What a spectacle that night's gonna be. What an opportunity for all of these women to fight in front of a gigantic audience. We're expecting over 60,000 people at Bad Company, ladies and gentlemen. That will be arguably, if I'm not mistaken, one of the largest crowds that Extreme CAW Wrestling has ever put together. What a night Bad Company is going to be. I can't say it enough, but more so, let's get this show on the road. Suki Matsuzaka, Olga, semi-final match. Let's get it on. Look at the size difference here, folks. Look at the size difference between Olga and Suki Matsuzaka. Unbelievable. Olga coming in at 6'2", whereas Suki Matsuzaka is only 5'1". Only 5'1". And Olga just looking to continue the dominance that she's brought to the ring. I believe I said it in her debut match. Olga can probably defeat some of the men on the roster here, ladies and gentlemen. She is an absolute unit. Suki Matsuzaka going to have to find another method to defeat Olga here tonight if she wants a shot at that title. But will she be able to do it? I don't think so. Oh my God, almost a 3 count to end it right there. Suki in a world of trouble here. Now Olga just stalking her prey, knee to the face and a huge clothesline, almost taking Suki Matsuzaka's head off. Oh, and Suki able to reverse it here. finally able to gain some momentum early on in this match. Can she hold it? No, she cannot. Olga just flipping her over her back like a rag doll. Probably not much to pick Suki up. Only about 120, 130 pounds, give or take, I would imagine. And look at this, Olga smelling blood in the water here. There's one thing, don't turn your back on your opponent. Olga doesn't seem to care about it though. Oh, and look at this, doesn't seem to matter as she just clotheslines Suki Matsuzaka right outside the ring here on the mat in front of our Spanish announce team's table. I just have a question now that we're looking at it. How come I'm here in the booth alone doing English and the Spanish announce team's funding seems to allow for 3 commentators? What the hell's happening? Are there many people, you guys tell me in the chat, are there a lot of people watching this in Spanish currently? Because I like to think that a lot of people are watching Extreme CAW Wrestling in English, yet I don't have 2 other comments. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to bitch and complain, but hey. Oh, but look at this! Suki Matsuzaka with a missile drop kick, springboarding from the top rope into the ring, using that high fly ability and that quickness on Olga to try and turn the tables, and now the crowd is getting behind her, trying to get the crowd fired up so she can gain some momentum here, and now a knee to the back, taking the big Moscow Russian down. Suki just trying to continue the pressure here, running. Oh, but no, Olga turns the tables into an STO, and now back in control of this match. As now Olga setting up for something big here, but no, Suki Matsuzaka not gonna let it happen. Not tonight, not here, not now, and look at that, a kick right to the chin of the Russian. Suki Matsuzaka fired right up. Olga with that vicious swinging side slam that we saw against Olivia Banks, and now look at that powerbomb. Can that put Suki Matsuzaka away? No, foot on the ropes, that is a rope break. Good catch from the referee there. Oh, and now Olga setting up for something huge here. What is going on? Turning Suki Matsuzaka's face into the turnbuckle. Look at this, just like a rag doll. Olga's having fun out there like a little babushka doll that she played with as a kid, and there is a huge sidekick right to the chin. Is this gonna put Matsuzaka away? 2, 3, oh my goodness! Olga cannot believe it. Suki Matsuzaka kicking out of that kick. Just hanging on for dear life in this match, knowing what is at stake here. Sometimes that is all that'll get you through the match, just pure and utter adrenaline and passion and integrity, and the list goes on, ladies and gentlemen. But there again, Suki Matsuzaka, I think, going for a hurricanrana, and for a second time, Olga reversing it. And now, look at this! Olga missing the huge body splash. Suki Matsuzaka got to take advantage of it. Maybe a taunt wasn't a good idea there. That could end up costing Suki Matsuzaka there. She could have capitalized on that big time, ladies and gentlemen, but instead she is in that predicament, just getting mauled and tossed down to the ring. And now, look at this. Olga continuing the pressure on what has got to be nothing left in the tank for Suki Matsuzaka here, but still somehow able to fight her way through this match. Somehow trying to gain some damage here, and look at this kick to the chin, and it lands. And Suki going up to the top ropes here, perhaps trying to look for an eclipse, her special move. If it lands on Olga, we could have a different match here, and certainly it does land, but the question remains, got to get her away from the ropes, got to get a pinfall, got to get a 3 count. Is Suki Matsuzaka going to bad company? And oh my goodness! Olga kicking out of that eclipse. Suki Matsuzaka at a loss. Doesn't know what to do next. Got to land another one, perhaps 2, perhaps 3. There's another huge kick from Olga. Once again, bringing this back in her terms. I have no clue who's coming out on top here in this match, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to come out on top? Can Suki Matsuzaka somehow put the big one away? But the more and more I think about it, Olga seems like she just can't be beat. Oh, and a stomp to the gut here. Suki Matsuzaka just trying to find a way to weaken Olga so she can perhaps land one more eclipse here. Look at this, a roll up, no, into a kick right to the chest of Olga. And now Suki Matsuzaka with a huge opening here. And she realizes it, the fans realize that they are on their feet. Suki Matsuzaka having a little bit of trouble getting to the top ropes there. What the hell was that? But wait a second, another eclipse! Down to Olga, the Russian is down. Reach for the ropes, no, two. Oh my goodness, Suki Matsuzaka has just defeated the Russian and it's going to Bad Company to compete for the ECW D-League Women's Championship. Wow, I'm speechless. I can't believe what I just saw. What a match from both of these superstars, ladies and gentlemen. But more so, Suki Matsuzaka for defying the odds here tonight and proving that it can be done. Olga can be defeated, and she was here tonight. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We officially have a match for Extreme CAW Wrestling Bad Company. It'll be Suki Matsuzaka going toe-to-toe against none other than Eliza Ashworth for the ECW D-League Championship. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. What a tournament it has been, and what a finals it is going to be when we see the submission specialist go toe-to-toe against none other than the woman who just won here, Suki Matsuzaka. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight on D-League episode 12, ladies and gentlemen, but it is time for our main event. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Seemingly the perennial #1 contender for the D-League Championship will be involved in that triple threat match. Once again, we'll have an opportunity to get that title around his waist from the one and only champion we have had in D-League, and that, of course, Cardinal Sin. And you got to imagine Cardinal backstage watching this match very closely, as it would be very smart of him to scout both of his opponents out here tonight in our main event as Silas Moore takes on Eamon in Eamon's debut match on ECW D-League. Newly signed superstar as per General Manager Richie Richardson. Some spooky stuff going on here, folks, with Eamon. What he's been doing in previous episodes of D-League, seemingly has this unknown assailant that he brings around with him. And you gotta wonder, will we be seeing that man here tonight as well? And here he comes now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting chills up and down my spine. What is up with this guy? You know, I'd love to learn more about Eamon and how the hell he got to this point of this sort of mindset. How do you get this far gone, but at the same time, maybe I don't want to know. You gotta wonder, this must be a dream for Silas Moore to be able to get his hands on the man that has been a thorn in his side previous episodes. It cost him a shot at the title. Overall, Silas Moore just happy to get into the ring, as you can imagine. there he is, Eamon making his in-ring debut in our main event here on D-League Episode 12. Thank you again for joining us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And look at this, Silas Moore not waiting. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The match has begun. Silas Moore not waiting for Eamon and just getting it on right here. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Main event, D-League Episode 12, and a Hurricanrana here from Silas Moore to kick this match off. But Eamon catching his leg, and there's a dragon screw. Eamon's debut match here in D-League. Silas Moore catching the leg and returning the favor. We have a main event here, folks. This is going to be a good one. Oh, look at going for a flying clothesline here. Silas Moore now head to the chin. This is going to be a high-impact match. No punches pulled here, ladies and gentlemen. This is bad blood brewing, and Silas Moore ready to go. Oh, look at this, and now, and a huge, he's not going for the roll-up there. I think Silas Moore smart enough to realize that that's not going to get him a 3 count. Going for more of the impact there. Now Silas Moore has Eamon in a predicament here on the side of the ring. What do we got here? Oh, a sunset flip onto the outside. Oh my God, Eamon going flying down onto the outside. Painful, painful maneuver there to Eamon's back. That'll separate a few discs. And a fight on the outside of the ring here between two of the men that will go in that triple threat match against champion Cardinal Sin for the ECW D-League Championship at Bad Company. Huge opportunity for both of these superstars. Eamon, of course, looking to make a name for himself with a victory here tonight. Go into Bad Company with a victory. Oh, and look at this. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Silas Moore going for a Hurricanrana. But Eamon stopping that from happening and turning it into an unbelievable powerbomb. That was impressive, ladies and gentlemen. And now the tables have turned. No regard for human life is Eamon. And now look at this. Coming over the ropes, thought he was going to go for a springboard there, but perhaps faking Silas Moore out and a kick to the chest. You can tell just in what we've seen from Eamon, he is cold, he is calculated, and he is vicious. Will stop at nothing to get what he wants. What do we got here, ladies and gentlemen? Waiting for Silas, stalking him to get up. And what do we got here? Oh, and a huge elbow down to the head of Silas Moore. Silas Moore turning the tables here. Huge kick! And we've normally seen a flying sidekick followed up by that. That's the thing with Silas Moore, ladies and gentlemen, is that flying sidekick can come out of nowhere, but more so, his kicks in general can catch you off guard. You never see them coming. That is truly something Silas Moore has practiced and owned his craft, and that is something that has made him one of the top superstars in ECW D-League today. And over the top ropes, a springboard there from Silas Moore. Got a pinfall here. Is this going to put Eamon away? No, 2 count. Eamon now trying to turn the tables back in his favor, looking like he can do so. Trying to regain that momentum here. Oh, look at that drop kick. Oh, and another drop kick down to Silas. Silas not giving up, going for it. Oh, look at this, a swinging neck breaker. Eamon fired right back up. What a match this has been, ladies and gentlemen. 2 seemingly evenly matched superstars here. Eamon looking great in his debut match, if I do say so myself. Sort of a cutter there from Eamon, bringing Silas right back down to earth. And quite painfully, I might add. As we saw earlier tonight, Cardinal Sin not happy about the booking that occurred. Perhaps Cardinal Sin thought he'd just be facing Silas Moore again. The man that has just set up for another flying sidekick here. Cardinal Sin not happy about Eamon being involved in the match. And can you blame him with the trickery that Eamon brings to the ring? But there could be some trouble brewing here. Ladies and gentlemen, a flying sidekick. It did not fully connect. but Silas Moore nonetheless, the first one back up onto his feet here and calling for one more from the crowd. Do you see that, ladies and gentlemen? The fans calling for one more. Silas Moore going back up once again. Could this be a second flying sidekick? And can this put Eamon away? Number two lands. But Silas Moore absolutely gassed. Got to go for the pin here. Going for the pin right in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, Silas Moore. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, Jesus. Look behind you, Silas. Oh, no, that kick. Nobody gets under it. Hurricanrana. Silas Moore going absolutely crazy here, not allowing this unknown assailant to get involved once more. And now, look at this. Silas Moore with a third flying sidekick. What is going on here? And it lands. There are bodies all over the ring, but Eamon now getting back up onto his feet. Getting back up onto his feet after Silas Moore just gassed from his match, and now capitalizing on the situation. The match is over. Clearly the match is over, ladies and gentlemen. The referee calling for the bell here. And now Silas Moore tossed out of the ring. Come on. I think he would have pinned him there. I think he would have pinned him there for sure. Silas Moore once again screwed over by Eamon. Oh, wait a second, look at this. ECW D-League champion is here, and with a chair, and boom, right to the head of Eamon. Eamon didn't see it coming. Cardinal Sin is fed up with this bullshit, calling it right here, and there's a chair to the unknown assailant. Cardinal Sin coming down to the ring, taking exception to the shenanigans that Eamon and his unknown crony have been pulling off these past few episodes. Cardinal Sin is fed up with the bullshit, and he's done with it, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. The fans are going absolutely crazy for the D-League champion here. And now Cardinal Sin with the unknown man in the ring. Oh boy, we've seen this before. Going for a ride, the Razor's Edge, onto the steel chair. Onto the steel chair, the D-League champion is here. And he is going into Bad Company, making a freaking statement if I ever saw one, ladies and gentlemen. Holy moly. Look at the stare down between the two. Ladies and gentlemen, consider us on the road to Bad Company. The next time we speak, we will be at our CPV, and we, quite frankly, cannot wait for you to see it. We will see you guys soon. Thank you again for joining. This has been Mick McMichaels, and we are on the road to Bad Company.